focus on the fact that this announcement. So please tell the audience about the announcement or what.
Yeah, so there's a group that I first heard about during Super Bowl, led by Len Perna, who runs Turnkey, which basically recommends all of them, and then also Brian Rolap was involved. So Rolap's name is important because he's the number 2 at the NFL. If Roger Goodell were ever to retire, Rolap would be at the top of the list to possibly replace him. He's also the mastermind behind all their TV deals that add up to $110 billion. So, that gets people's attention. And so they're working with presidents. We spoke to the president of West Virginia, president of Syracuse. They talked about how the current system is dead. And so the big thing that's going on that, in our reporting that, I knew about, but kind of became even clearer, the lawsuits that the universities are facing in terms of NIL when you go back, and the amount of money they could owe. There's likely going to be a settlement. But, a lot of people have talked about, a word that starts with a B, as in boy, as in billions. And so, if that happens, then, we know there's going to be a shakeup in college football, but how is it going to play out? And this group have a lot of influential leaders in sports. They are trying to put together a plan and have together a plan, to work on a plan they think would be the best way forward. All the FBS teams, which are 130 teams right now, plus 130 plus teams.
Yeah, you say best way forward, and I say relegation, and that may be tomato, but we can debate relegation and promotion. And is conferences have wanted, which is basically we'll take a bye, and I don't mean a bye to the CFP. I mean a bye that we can never be relegated. We'll always be in the top 70, and then we'll let the lesser FBS schools fight it out in the 8th division, and we'll do promotion together. And just saying, all right, Tony Petiti, you guys have the power, and we're going to give you even more. And I'm wondering when in your reporting, your head on that.
I think their plan that they have actually makes a lot of sense when you're being realistic. If you look at it, so the way it would stop is that there would be a top division made up of 8 divisions within it and 10 teams each. So that adds up to 80. There'd be 70 teams, like you mentioned, that are permanent. And so you have the 68 that were in the former Power 5, counting the Pac-12, and then Notre Dame, and then probably SMU. And then the rest of the teams would be in the second division with 10 spots reserved for them in the top division, and they'd be able to fight to get into that, and then you get promoted. And then if you were to finish at the bottom of the standings, you'd move down, which we look at European football creates a lot of excitement for those teams. I think I understand what you're saying. It's just not. I don't think that's realistic to say. Okay, even though you probably wouldn't ever be in jeopardy, you'd want that guaranteed. You couldn't take that chance. That's why this is patterned in some regards after MLS, which the way MLS ownership works is you own a percentage of the league. You don't own a team. Get these teams, and they don't want to take the chance like that happens in Europe. You could spend a lot of money and then.
Well, D Street, what you got going on, bro? There's a lot of news up in here today, man. There's some changes being made, my brother. What's up with you, man? Happy Thursday, man.
They trying. I mean, they trying. They always got a big bad plan. There's always a big bad better plan. Always.
Yeah, man. Well, welcome to Hayes Street. We back to Deerfield Beach because it was popping yesterday. It looked like it's popping today. So we're gonna see what's going on over here on the beach, man. The weather was kind of bad here in Orlando yesterday, so I don't know if it moved down south a little bit. But we got some volleyball hopefuls down there below street as we ride out here in Deerfield Beach, man. And yeah, I think you sent this to me like a day ago, something like this, maybe yesterday, a day before yesterday, and you sent it to me, man. And people are saying, like, look, bro, it's not that it's not going to happen. It's when it's going to happen. And you know, a lot of people have questions about this, and again, it's very new, so we don't have all the information. But from what we gathered, man, again, this is a money play. We already know that, and I don't really know how different it is than what we have. And maybe you have some insight on it, man. Talk to us.
Oh, when you say it's a money play, I think people need to understand like what we're saying. Like, okay, so now the way it's set up, right? It's the wild, wild west. This ain't gonna work. The system messed up, right? Like the way it's set up. That's what they're saying. Because there's no guardrails, really. Right. It's kind of go get your money. They set it up that way. Now they said go get your money. They set it up that way. So usually when they come back, quick story. So I remember when 7-on-7 first got started. And we were just playing 7-on-7. One of the bigger 7-on-7s was started by a black guy. He started Badger 7-on-7, which turned into Pylon 7-on-7, which is the largest 7-on-7 tournament, and the longest going 7-on-7 tournament by a guy named Byron, black guy who runs Pylon. But other than that, there was just tournaments. People would just have tournaments around, yada yada yada. And I remember IMG coming around with a petition, getting people to sign a petition to make them basically the governing body of 7-on-7. And it was the first time I seen that happen, like at real time. Like how does the NFL become the governing body, or how does you playing in something, they be like, we're using Metro League rules. How does something become the governing body or something, the authority or something, to where people are like, no, we're using IMG rules? And I saw it happen in real time. It starts with a petition. And somebody saying, hey, we're going to be the governing body. We're going to be the league of 7-on-7. Then they create something big enough to where people just start looking at them like, oh, they set the standard. We're going to use their rules. We're going to go to their tournament. They're the standard, right?
Right.
So what's happening here in college football is the same thing. It's them saying, hey, we're going to fix it, but it's them creating the machine.
The rules. Yeah.
Yeah. And the machine, it always wins. It's always the win. The money's going to funnel through the machine, right, and trickle down to every time. It's like that.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, Street, because I was thinking about as you were telling that, I didn't know that, but it's kind of like anything, right? You want to start, for example, let's just say a crime watch in the neighborhood. Most people are going to follow who either have already seem to have it together, as in an IMG, and those are the people who normally have the money behind them, right? So when you see an IMG, you hear the stories, you hear, they're getting the great players, all this. When coaches are pulling up in their personal cars and this, that, and the third to 7-on-7, and they got about 25 kids in their car, versus IMG pulling up with a charter bus that say IMG on the side, people are in awe. Like, I remember being at 7-on-7 one time, IMG come. They all got the sweatsuits on, and people are looking at them like, man, that's IMG. Like, so people think people have things together. And I said all that to say about crime watches or any kind of organization. When anybody wants to start something, there are followers and there are leaders, and people want to be led, believe this or not. People want to be led.
Yeah.
want to be led. People want to follow somebody. Everybody's looking for a leader. Everybody looking for a hero. Everybody looking for that type of thing that they can look up to and follow. And also, a lot of people don't want to be trailblazers. They want to see somebody else take the bullets first.
Right.
And then they can say, oh, that didn't work. Oh, he got shot like that. I can fix it. I can make it better. So I say all that to say, I was reading the article from The Athletic about this, and the guy that was speaking is one of the guys who broke this article on The Athletic today. And it's a group of 20 people from, and you keep hearing CST, and CST, I had to look this up, stands for College Sports Tomorrow. And it says they have devised a plan which includes promotion and relegation, and that's what they kind of explained in the beginning there. A playoff team with no selection committee and a system that will take the place of the NCAA and the college football playoffs. So this is a hostile takeover, man. This is almost like barbecue in Haiti. We taking over the government, bro. I'm just being real. It's like, look, your way don't work. We gave you plenty of chance and opportunity, and your system seems to be broken. Everybody's complaining, so we're gonna come together with the powers that be, the big deal brokers. And here's one key person they brought up: the second in command of the NFL. I forgot his name. I got it up here. Who is in charge of all of the money deals for the NFL is a part of this group. His name is, I'm gonna tell you right now, I have it right here. Come on, Hayes, tighten up. Brian Rolap, a top executive under Roger Goodell within NFL League office. So he's the guy that does all of the money deals and so forth and so on. So could this be a case of big bank take little bank? I believe so. And sometimes people want to change.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Big bank take little bank.
So now they're talking about bringing in private monies outside of just television. They're talking about major corporations funneling private money into these deals to help pay the players and everything else. As I read it, they're not talking about just ad revenue, but also private monies going into this deal. So it's a lot to unpack, but that's what I mean by big bank take little bank, meaning, hey guys, we got a boatload of money. We got Ford, we got Chevrolet, we got Google, we got Amazon. We have all these major companies willing to funnel money into this deal, and we can run it how we want to run it. And that's how all, I'm just calling government overthrows happen. Man, we got a better system than they have, and people flock to it.
So let me get an understanding. So these schools, so to steal the schools, it'll be attached to the schools, but they're just figuring out a way to pay them.
No, from what I read was that's what he was talking about MLS. The schools would have some ownership in this. And like he explained, this is what I'm not really understanding. We always talked about the super conferences, and a lot of people thought it'd be SEC and maybe Big Ten, like the two conferences, right? But they're getting rid of conferences. No more SEC, no more Big Ten, no more Big 12, none of that. It's basically 7 divisions of 70 teams, like he said, and that's all of the Power 5 programs, which is now Power 4 programs, plus 2 maybe independents, like a Notre Dame, and they said maybe SMU. The other 10 teams would be all of the remaining, basically group of 5s that will make up the 8th division, and they will be promoted, whatever, or relegated based on their record. So that division will always change, but these other divisions apparently won't change. They're always going to be in the top 70. So that's how I was looking.
Right. So BBB came up with this. So not necessarily this. This is just a broad outlook on what we're about to have. Huh?
Yes and no. I again, from how I understand it, it's no more conferences.
Right.
Those are done. It's just basically 7, really 8 divisions. Now, how they put those teams together, I guess you can call them conferences. You know, you're just changing it from Big 10 to Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Division A, B, C, whatever you want to call it. And they'll go that way. It's new, so it's a lot of open end stuff. But I think it's 3 plus 2 and 2 plus 3. That's how I look at it. All you did was take the Power 5 conference and say, we're not doing Big Ten anymore. We're not doing that. We're going to just make it divisions.
Yeah. Right. And the weird part is this, right? So they come in with this big hoopla, new deal, and then something always gets flashed, right? For the players. It's going to be something different than they was getting. They were starving before. Then boom, let's just make it every player gets whatever, 100,000, 50,000. Something now flashy gets flashed to the players, and then the players walk in. Everybody decided to be a part of it, and then it ends up being the same system. You know what I'm saying? Here, Shaq, go get you some spinning rims. It end up being the same thing. But no, at this time, the players have to stand at the door, right, and say, hey, listen, this cannot go down the same way every other league has went down. And yeah, I mean, so I don't know, bro. I mean, but it seems like it just somebody created and the zombies just walk right in the door and then end up being the same thing.
Yeah, I'll say this. They have other notable aspects of CST, which is the College Sports Tomorrow. Their pitch includes universities would own a percentage of the league. Revenue distribution will not be an even split, with schools receiving more money for their brand value. One entity to negotiate with a player union on NIL, transfer portal, and salary structure rules. Those are just some of the main things that kind of stuck out as I'm reading through this article. Now, the problem that I believe they're having, and I do not see this happening in the near future, because a lot of these conferences are tied into television deals till 2030, 2031. And so, by that being said, if they decide to break those contracts, and I think we heard something about Florida State when they were trying to get out, maybe the ACC, it was like a $500 million buyout or some craziness like that.
Something crazy.
Yeah, they may have to wait until the 2020, 2030. But that seems like a long time away, but it's not as far away when it comes to planning and logistics as people think. And all of this stuff, securing monies from these companies, putting together the plan. What does it look like in the future? A lot of this right here is preliminary thinking. A lot of this stuff is throw it against the wall and see what sticks. And a lot of this is not necessarily been thought out in its entirety. So it could be some time before that happens, man. But like I said, I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Alan says, God bless beach volleyball. Well, God bless the beach. Yes, sir.
You think it's gonna happen, Hayes? You think it's gonna happen?
The Super League?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, I do. I think it'll happen because I think where the NCAA made a huge mistake, it's just my opinion. When they allow NIL and when they allowed transfers the way they did, it was so loose, it looks like they've lost control. And people can say what they want to say, but people want rules. People need rules. And right now, there are really no rules. So now it looks like, the NCAA don't know what they're doing, right? They've already been the villain for the longest. And when somebody else comes in and says, yeah, the players can get paid here. I mean, we see it in politics, right? Shout out to Trick Daddy with the best verse I ever heard in life. Ever since we made you president, we ain't seen you since. They'll tell you whatever you want to hear until we get you where you need to be. And then guess what? The people left to fend for themselves. You know what I mean? And so, it is what it is, man. But I do think people will change because it is a big money play. And it's a lot of money being involved. A lot of you talking about, the team can get ownership. And what is that? Well, what does that mean? If you're a minority stake owner in something, you just got 1%, but you ain't making no decisions. Not saying it won't be lucrative for you, but you're not making any decisions.
Man, semi-pro, like it sounds like if you turn college football into something like that, right? The the viewership and the pageantry of it, the way it feels, you know what I'm saying? Would rival the NFL, I believe. The product would. Only unless they lessen it. Unless this is the NFL trying to put their hands on it, right? Like, hey,
look who's involved. Look at the guy, the number 2 in command. Yeah, no, the number two is involved, because here's why we'll always say college and NFL, I don't believe will ever compete, because they're 2 different levels. In the sense of college is the farm system for NFL. Those guys transition and move on to NFL. Even in NIL, let's just say NIL deals.
Mm-hmm.
NIL in college, in my opinion, is way different. In college football is way different than NIL in college basketball, or women's basketball rather. Because the professional league is not paying major bucks. Bro, we just saw Tua get 280. That's 50-something million dollars a year. 250-something million. $50 million something dollars a year. I don't know. And the reason it's going to be harder to pay college players at that level, because there's so many colleges. If it was only 32 colleges, then I'd be like, okay, yeah. But when it's this many colleges, this much talent spread across the nation, bro, 56 million a year. And you just saw Deshaun Watson had the biggest one. You just saw Lamar Jackson get a big contract. Hell, what's my man right there? Been to every school. Kirk Cousins got 180 million. So I don't think the money lines up. But what I do feel is, I feel like this is a feeder system or a farm system, kind of like Major League Baseball does with the minor league. You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it.
Nah, bro.
Somebody said that was an April Fool's joke. Well, they got me then. But it don't matter. Regardless of the fact, they got me. Well, guess what? You saw Deshaun Watson get paid. That ain't no April Fool. Lamar Jackson got paid. So I appreciate y'all. I will stand corrected. Coach Jay stand corrected.
I was over there,
but I'm just saying it's not out of realm of possibilities. Yeah.
I was over there searching. I was like,
you hit the mute button. I don't know what you hit, dog. You mute yourself, Street.
Hey, I was over here searching like 250 million. Like, when did this happen? I was lost like a mile over here, dog. I didn't know what was going on.
And get what Coach just did. Spreading the gospel of lies.
It's coming. It's coming. He finna get it back.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, real spill. It's and you say it's inevitable. I don't think it will happen anytime soon. It's a lot of barriers to be broke down with college football. It was hard for college football even to go to a playoff system, let alone morph into a different thing. But, bro, when money get involved.
And here's the big push, as you see it, as I read in the article.
It's weird. It's weird that college football has been broken for a long time, the way it was set up. Players, Deshaun, Arian Foster talked about leaving a stadium with 100,000 people in it, going home, no food in his refrigerator. And it was broken for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They let the chains off the game. And for a few years, money starts flying around. And all of a sudden, everybody become geniuses. How it could be fixed, right? Like, oh, now they got to answer for everything. now they got to answer. They got to answer for the complete league. You know what I'm saying? They got to answer for it all.
Yeah, man. It's
And it's getting louder and louder.
Yeah. And 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 the funny thing about it, I don't think it. I know I'm. You tell me if I'm wrong or what you think, because you delve in that world more than I do. I remember when NIL first came out, I said it's the new thing. Everybody's throwing money at it, but eventually, ROI is going to take a place, meaning return on investment. Everybody's not getting huge NIL deals. And you think about the number of players, and you think about the number of large scale NIL deals, we're talking maybe 10, maybe 10. We're talking about major money where it can, like how Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and maybe a few others, where it will entice them to stay. I haven't seen one NFL, well, one college player, even though it's relatively new, but not one college player say, nah, I'm going to stay in college because I can make more money. We're talking about the top guys. We're talking about the top dudes, the top guys. I'm not talking about like.
Well, I know the jump from underclassmen to the NFL was down significantly. Like from underclassmen jumping to the NFL, yeah, that was down significantly.
Do you think that was part of COVID though? Because a lot of these kids got that 6 year, that extra year.
Oh, no, I think underclassmen, they never stop. Kids never stop coming in.
No, I agree. But I guess what I'm saying is the whole, okay, remember the Marvin Harrison situation where they were like, man, Marvin Harrison get 20 million if he'd stay NIL, and I would skip that and go on to the league. I'm saying those guys, we're not, in my opinion, I'm not talking about a guy that says, you know what, I got a mid-round draft grade, i.e. Cam Ward. Let's take Cam Ward, for example. A mid-round draft grade. Let me go back to college. I'm talking about a guy saying that NIL monies was the reason I did not go to the league. I think Cam Ward stayed because his mid-round draft grade, and he felt like he could increase it by playing an additional year. I don't know if NIL was his deciding factor for staying more than his performance.
If there was no NIL, would Cam Ward have considered staying?
I think so. I do think so. Because
it's go ahead.
I was gonna say, because from what I've been hearing, he's a late fourth, maybe fifth. Bro, that's peanut money compared to what he think he is. So if he can come in and put up some great numbers, and he was in a tough quarterback class this year. So like I said, I don't think NIL, unless he aged out, right? But I think he was like, okay, look, I'm going against I'm finna go against a Cam, I'm finna go against a Caleb Williams, a Drake May. I'm going to get some heavy hitters here. You know what I'm saying?
A nasty class, right?
Nasty class, dog. So do a Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, right? I'm just going against a deep class. And maybe he looked at it and said, you know what, this year's class, if I come into Miami, put up 3,500, maybe 4,000, take this team to a place they haven't been, that increases my stock, shows that I'm a winner. I can come into a program that's been struggling, turn them around, and I am truly the X factor in that sense. I am the thing that makes it go, and maybe increases draft stock. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Hayes, I think sometimes we look at these kids getting drafted like we look at the 40, and we over exaggerate, right? Like what they're missing out on. Take a guess. 4th round quarterback, average salary in the last couple of years. Take a guess. Anybody? Comment section, you Hayes, just take a guess.
The 4th round average salary over the last 4 years, you said?
No, just 4th round average salary. I just did an average salary for a fourth rounder. So just take a guess. Like what a fourth round quarterback. You're talking about a quarterback now. That's a big deal.
What he'll make per year?
Yeah. What do you think is that? What do you think is let's see if it's per year.
6 million.
Yeah. What do you think his salary is?
I'll say 6 million.
No, I mean, fourth round pick might expect a contract worth $3 to $4 million in total value. Signing bonus with several $100,000.
And that's what, 4 years? A 4-year contract, maybe?
3.
So 3 years? Yeah, so 1.2 million, maybe. So 1.2 million.
Couple $100,000 signing bonus.
Yeah.
He came back and got the same. But at the same time, like if you're telling a quarterback grew up normal family, has never seen $100,000 before, right? That hey man, go, they're gonna take you 5th round and you get $1 million and you're gonna get $1 million. Vice, come back one more year, right? Get behind Washington State offensive line again, get sacked 50 times. No, I think a lot of them take it because it still is life-changing money. It's just not that 30 million that you may get if you don't get killed the next year and you make it through the season. Like look at Michael Penix, makes it to the last game, right? And gets beat up, walking around, look like his ribs broken. And it's like, man, at that point, you have to start questioning, bro. I know I'm the quarterback of this team, and I know I ride for my brothers, right? But tomorrow morning, 70% of my team is about to go do what, Hayes? Because you talk about it all the time.
Go get a job.
They're going to go look for a job. Yeah, right. And I have an opportunity to go to the next level. Why am I out here letting Michigan, you know what I'm saying, play Russian roulette with my career? It has to go through their minds, though.
Oh, I totally agree. And I think, as people say, they bet on themselves. Meaning, my thing is, can I take that what you just told me, a 4th round? And we're just talking quarterbacks here, but quarterbacks need 1 year. One. Take Michael Penix, for example. Indiana. I didn't really think about Michael Penix like that. Washington, boom, ups his draft stock. Now, that doesn't mean he won't be a 4th, but he probably wouldn't even been as high as he is now if he would have stayed at Indiana. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I get it.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. I think you look at the market and you ask yourself, 1, what is my competition that I'm going against in the draft? 2, when somebody really makes an assessment about your game and they say, look, bro, you got 4th round numbers here, dog. 5th round numbers. And that money drops dramatically. If you don't, I don't know if you can do this. Find out what the salary for a 5th round pick is, quarterback. Watch how big that number drop. I don't know if you can or not, but if you can, look at that number, man. While he's doing that, shout out to 289 people in the building. Appreciate it, man, for coming through. We on Hayes Street. We on Deerfield Beach right now, man. The ladies were down there playing volleyball. I don't know, maybe they went to get something to eat or whatever the case may be. But
I know, right?
Appreciate y'all coming. Today is okay. Go ahead.
For a rough estimate, a 5th round pick contract might be the range of 2.5 to 3.5 million total over 4 years, depending on specific slot and where they're picked at. Signing bonus could be in the range of a few $100,000.
So 2.5. You said 2.5 over 4 years.
Yeah, to 3.5.
Right. So that's less than $1 million. That's less than $1 million right there. So in Cam Ward's case, he got $975 to come to Miami. Why not? Like you say, now you taking that $975, but I can up my draft stock. And that's different than what I was saying with Marvin Harrison. See, people, well, Marvin Harrison could have made that money. He's already number 1. You can't get higher than like number 1.
Where you get $975 from? Where you get that number from?
I thought I was reported for Cam Ward. He got $975 in NIL.
Nah.
I
heard it
guarantee
was
it's
like,
more than that.
yeah.
But I'm just saying that's what was reported.
Okay.
But he
Yeah, I
probably
think it was
got
more than that.
probably 2.
Yeah, I think it was 1.5, something like that. I don't know, something closer to that. Hey, got to be more than 1. Jeremiah Smith walks in Ohio State at more than 1.
Oh, I understand.
So, yeah, got to be more than 1.
And that's why I said 10-win minimum. But anyway, they ain't gonna go on that. But anyway, listen, dog. You
making history. You talking change? You talking making history, ain't they?
Bruh, Miami don't have no money to. My boy
I was
cutting
with
check.
Ray Ray the other day, man. I was with Ray Ray and Josiah working out the other day, man. Ray Ray walked off. Hey, look, Ray Ray from Little Haiti. I done saw him all his life. Walked off and got in a Benz. Louis Vuitton, Gucci book bag, Louis Vuitton. Like, college football has changed.
I want to buy me a Benz, but I'm 50 grand short.
Hey, I know Bo Jackson somewhere rolling over in his grave.
I know Reggie still got an open space on his mantle for his Heisman. Get that man his Heisman back, dog. That's terrible.
That was an April Fool's joke too. Didn't they give it back?
Oh, they got you. I don't know. Maybe it was April Fool's. I don't know.
I think maybe it was April Fool's. But listen, bro. Man, I know Manziel Royster rolling over in his grave. Them jokers done came through this system, man, and these little dudes
eating, dog. And there you go, right? So you got these guys, and I think that's a big issue, man. I think back to that issue of we talk about these super leagues. What do these guys get paid? What's going to happen? How do you structure it? And at the end of the day, as I read it and I'm listening to that guy talking, all you did was say, let's get rid of the branding of conferences, SEC, Big 10, Big 12, and let's just call them divisions like NFL, AFC. You in the AFC North, AFC South, AFC East, AFC West.
Right.
If you look at it, that's what it's breaking down to. How many divisions? It's the same structure. They're not reinventing the wheel here, dog. They just called the wheel Momos versus Hammers and Lows versus 30s and cuts. It's still a rim at the end of the day. It's still a rim. Dayton's versus Roasters. There's still a rim. It just called something different. Look, if you think about what I just said, NFC, you have an NFC what?
East, West, North, South, right?
That's 4. And over here you got AFC, North, South, East, and West.
Right.
Only thing they did was say we got 7 divisions. They haven't given it a name yet.
Right.
And what are those 7 divisions? How they gonna break them up? Probably regional. They're probably gonna cut this part, the Northeast region, the Southeast region, the Southwest region. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff, just like they do Midwest region, whatever. And then that 8th division will be the G5 that fight their way through. Right. It's no different than what we're doing already. It's really, in my eyes, so far structurally.
No, you're right. But just you're right. Just amazed at how when they want to get fixed, it could get fixed.
That's it, dog.
Amazed. Amazed at how when they want to get fixed, it could get fixed. And a lot of times it starts with money, man. It's a lot of money out here.
Oh, it's a lot of money out here, bro. These people paying, man, it's bukus of money. When people talk about it ain't no money out here, man, y'all crazy.
Nah, I mean, it's a lot. Bro, listen, it's so much. It's a lot of money out here, bro. I done seen a lot. It's a lot of money out here, and it's almost amazing how much you don't have, and how much they have. It's like, it's almost like what, bro?
Bro, when you start thinking about. When you start thinking about what was it, like an Elon Musk, $197 billion, dog. billion, dog. Like, but hear what I'm about to tell you. Look how fast it jumped. I remember when Bill Gates and they were talking about, oh, he's worth 60 billion. Dog, that was like 5 years ago. Them dudes went from 60 to 200 billion. And like that.
Billion
Billion with a B.
Billion. Like, give me an idea. Like, what could you buy with $1 billion?
What can't you buy? That's probably easier.
How much? Let me see. What can you buy with $1 billion? Let's see.
I don't think there's anything that with 197 billion. And of course, I know it's not all cash. We're talking about y'all just entertain ourselves for a second. Relax for all my financial gurus out there. Because somebody be typing right now. They probably deleting it right now while I'm saying. No, I'm just saying my financial gurus. Well, technically speaking, 197 billion is not all liquid cash. It's all within assets, paintings, cars, homes. Man, cut that crap out. Let's have fun. 200 billion. What can't you buy? Besides life.
Who wants
it?
Like,
you can't buy time.
Who wants it in cash? Like, who wants it in cash anyway? It's better off in a painting or a house. Like, nobody wants it in their hand.
See, you exactly what I'm talking about. I got 200. Guess what? I'm calling Holly Berry and Lisa Ray.
Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it in their hand. Like who wants it in their hand?
No, I'm not saying that. But even when you go to buy something, what I'm saying is, if you what we're just having fun here. You got 200 billion, like Monopoly. 200 billion. Yeah, you could sell off one of the hotels or whatever and get more cash, but you got 200 billion. What can't you buy? We've already seen dudes go out of space. We've already seen cats have mega yachts and boats and da. People bought their own island. What can't you buy, dog? There's only one thing I know you can't buy. You can't buy time. That's it. Other than that, everybody got a price, dog.
Yeah, I think time might be the most prestigious one, though.
Yeah. But I'm saying that's the only thing you can't buy. Nobody owns time. You could literally see that beach right there we're looking at? Deerfield Beach will sell you that plot of land for 200 billion. I guarantee it. They'll sell you that beach front right there for 200 billion. What I'm saying is, it's nothing you can't buy.
Right. And then yeah, right. So without looking, right? Without looking, if I gave you $5 billion, right? Name me a list of NFL teams you think you could buy. If I gave you $5 billion. In the chat, if I gave y'all $5 billion, name a list of NFL teams you think you could buy.
The only reason I know I can't buy the Dallas Cowboys because I just saw it. I know they $9 billion. That I know.
You can't buy the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, he bought it for 140 million. That's amazing.
That is ridiculous.
30 years. That's a 30-year investment. Think about the amount of money he's made over time. Plus what he could sell.
Okay. Right. Somebody in the chat say the Falcons. Let's see if we got a number for the Falcons.
Bro, for 197 billion, I could buy the whole NFL.
Nah, for $5 billion, you can't buy it. No, let's see.
Bro, how much is the NFL worth? How about that? I bet I could buy the whole NFL for 200 billion. If I had 200 billion, I could buy the NFL.
Okay, so you could get the Falcons. You could get the Falcons at 4.1.
Okay. Reggie say buy the White House and kick out the president. They'll sell it.
Jacksonville.
Hey,
you knew they were gonna say Jacksonville. Jacksonville ain't always gonna be cheap, dog.
That's why you buy low, as you always say. Here's the thing. Street, while you looking that up. I could buy the White House. You know why? Because they will make up an excuse about why they gotta leave the White House and go build a new one because the old White House got asbestos or something in it. They'll come up with some lie of why.
You could get Jacksonville.
Bro, I could buy the
I don't
NFL
think you could get the
for
Saints.
200.
Not after Katrina came through there. Not after Katrina came through there.
Hey, if this
You
Bitcoin
can't
hit,
get the Saints. For
this Bitcoin hit right for the
$3.6 million.
$10 I invested. Yeah. You heard me, Street?
Cincinnati. Let me see. What's up?
You heard me? I said if this $10 I
What's
put
up?
on Bitcoin hit right like you say, if these $10 hit right on Bitcoin like you say, I could buy the Dolphins, baby.
It's gonna hit right. Somebody's gonna be able to buy them. You ain't gonna be able to buy them.
My $10 ain't finna hit right.
Okay, you can get the Bengals. You can get the Bengals.
Of course.
I don't even
Bro.
think the White House worth that much. How much
Hold
is the
up.
White House
This
worth?
junk listening.
What?
Street, hold up. This junk be listening. I'm gonna show you something. All I typed in is how much is the, and the first thing came on. Let's see if y'all can see that. What did that say?
No.
The first
Pull it back,
suggestion. How much is the NFL worth?
NFL worth. Yeah, it's listening.
I didn't even finish typing. Bro,
Hayes.
that's crazy.
Newsflash, Hayes is listening. It is definitely, you
How
talking
much
to
is it
Siri, you
worth?
talking to Alexa in your house and all.
Look at this.
16
Let me go in and buy the NFL.
billion.
I could buy the NFL right there, baby. I could buy the whole NFL. And hold up.
You
And
talking
still
to
got
Alexa,
40.
Alexa all day long. You know it's listening.
Oh, yeah. Listen. I could buy that and still have 40 billion left. Bruh.
If y'all want to know what y'all cell phones are doing, The Social Dilemma on Netflix, go watch it. And it's gonna creep you out.
I'm gonna watch
it. It is gonna creep you out. Go watch it. Somebody blew the whistle on Facebook, and they started telling what the ads, what the apps are really doing to make money, and what your phone does to you sometimes, and you don't realize it. Like dog, your phone nudges you sometimes and be like, "Hey, pick me up." Facebook wants you to look at it, but you don't realize it though. Go watch it. The Social Dilemma. Go watch it, dog. It's gonna creep you out. Make you want to throw your phone out the window.
Man, well, let's ride. I hear you. 342 people in the building. I appreciate it, man. Shasty, how much is Coach Hayes football worth? But Elon Musk couldn't buy Coach Hayes football.
Heck no. Let's
He
see.
ain't got enough zero. He ain't got enough zeros, brother.
That's extra eyes in the sky.
You finna ask how much Coach Hayes football worth? That's terrible. Oh God. Finna embarrass myself. But anyway, while he typing real quick, man, today is actually the 4th anniversary for Coach Hayes football. Speaking of it, so on my anniversary, I will be selling Coach Hayes football for $79 billion. If you act now, I give it to you for 70. Save you $9 billion right there. And I'll take care of all the legal fees, so don't worry about it. But yeah, we're gonna have a show today at 8:30, man. Just get on there and click on and clown. If you are a member, I'll let you get the chance to come on and hang out with us. It's actually in the community tab, so just click the link. It'll bring you on the show. And we're just gonna have a good time just kicking it. V12 gonna make an appearance and everything, man. So yeah. So what you say, Street?
What V12 been at, dog?
Man, being out there being Papa. Being Papa
Being
Bell.
a Papa.
Yeah, man. The dog out there being Papa Bell. You know how it go.
Nah, it ain't tell me how much.
200.
What's up?
Because we worth too much. We worth too much. Coach Hayes football worth too much. It's not, you can't put a price on this. It's priceless, dog. It's priceless.
What you walking away with? Let's go. What you walking away with? I walk up to you, man. I got 150,000. I said I want to buy Coach Hayes football. Is Streeter football tomorrow? Huh?
Nah. 150?
200, 350,000. 350,000 out today. I say I want to buy Coach Hayes football, 350,000. What we doing?
Give me 6 and it's a deal. You pay all the legal fees, transfers, all that good stuff. We got it.
600,000 and you just teaching them all. You ain't coaching no more. Ain't no more WREs. 600,000. That's it.
No, I'm gonna start another channel. It's gonna be called Coach K's Football 2. And we're gonna start over. That's all. Ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure.
No,
Ain't no
you
pressure.
gotta call it something else. We're not competing now. You got to call it something else. What you gonna call it? Light skin football. So you got to call it something. Light skin and ball. I'll be sure calls plays audible.
Whatever.
You got to call it something else.
Listen, I'm gonna do exactly what my man did. And a lot of y'all know this, and a lot of you guys don't know this. The guy who started Rivals and 247 and On 3 is the same person.
Same guy.
He's the same. And the thing that kills me,
same guy.
man, On 3 don't know what they talking about. The guy is the same. He is the same dude from Alabama. He started Rivals. He started what? Rivals, On 3, and 247. ESPN is his own thing. So he has started 3 of the 4 major ranking sites.
Same guy.
And y'all, man, they don't know what they talking about. On 3 don't know. Man, y'all crazy.
He just hired the guy from 247, one of their big guys, to On 3. Bro, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what type of legal business contract he signed to where he's still like he's the inventor of it. He still competes with it. He still delve in it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I don't know. I've never seen nothing like it. Name is Stash.
Bro, the
Terry.
beautiful thing. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what's beautiful about what he did. He created a frenzy amongst himself. He created a frenzy.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Oh.
Man, what's that, bro?
I know, man.
Think about it.
Every time you crank up the oven in there, man. Every time.
Yeah, in the burning. Hey, but you lady end up burning up the toast. So here what I was gonna say. Think about what he did. He built the company up, sold it to what? I think Yahoo got Rivals, right? Is it Yahoo has Rivals? So
right.
Built up 247, sold that to CBS. He's building up On 3 for somebody to buy it. But what he's done, he's gotten paid from all 3 of those entities, and all 3 of those entities are the thing. And the funny thing about it is, he in the middle of all of it. Like, that's the amazing part of it, bro.
Right. No, man, crazy. It's genius. Now this last system that he created, with the NIL, I think it's a little bit before his time. Yeah. But it really in depth. I knew some people who worked on the software and things of that nature. It's a lot more in depth, dog, than you would ever imagine how they come up with those numbers, man. They're pulling information from the internet and family members and kids and followers and very in depth. Traffic. They came up with that system. Yeah. No, but
not even just social media followers.
Conversations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, it created a conversation of stars, and we used it the wrong way, right? And it worked. It worked. We used it the wrong way. Like what they was trying to say and what we were using it for wasn't even. Yeah, they were projected to the NFL, and we were just saying, Jeremiah 5-star. Oh, Duke Justice should have been a 4-star. But they wasn't.
And they never corrected
what
us.
they were doing. Yeah,
and he never corrected us.
Nope. Andrew Ivan came on the show one time and explained it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was saying, until you had Andrew Ivan on the show, that was the first time I ever heard the true, like what it was. I was always thinking, I wasn't thinking NFL because my mom like, how are you gonna project a 17-year-old kid into a 23-year-old body? Like, to me, you're skipping a step here. But again, dog, here's a perfect example of what we're talking about. A guy saw an opening. He said, I can create a structure for when it comes to recruiting. I can create a matrix. I can create a system that people will follow. Whether they like it or not, they're going to be happy to call somebody a 5-star. They're going to be happy to call somebody a 4-star.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
why I created my own chip system. The gold chip, the blue chip. I did the same thing, but mine is based on what I see on film and how I see them going to college and from the college level. Theirs is different. They actually inspired me. I created my own chip system, just like stock, blue chip stock and gold chip stock. And all that kind of, that's how I looked at it. So we call them blue chip athletes, right?
He did the same thing with NIL. I mean, they all got NIL evaluations now. This guy's worth this, that guy's worth that. And then it becomes the Bible, and people start following it like it's the gospel.
It is. It is. It is. What you got for us, dog? Like, you better throw something up there, man.
Huh?
Man, I don't know. Like them people out there swimming heavy. But anyway, yeah, it's 8 o'clock, man. We got 370 people in the building, man. What's up?
Yeah, I added Twitter. I added Twitter today. My Twitter bumping over there now. I added Twitter to it today.
Yeah?
So you got yeah. Twitter bumping. I don't know why I never really added it before, but the Twitter bumping over there. Anytime you add Twitter to a live, man, Twitter amp it up a little bit. You gotta own see how though? We ain't got no G Swing down there. We gotta find out what day they play volleyball down. We gotta find out what days they play volleyball. Because it was lit last night, but we had like Coco.
I got an I don't see how. I do have an I don't see how.
You do?
I got an I don't see how. Yeah.
That's right.
It's about you. I don't see how, D Streeter. We've been on here, and I ain't never asked you, hey, yo, I can speak to P? It is P. Let me hear you say,
P ain't here. He said P ain't here.
Hey,
tell P,
hey, if this ain't P, let me hear you say, Everybody come on here and say, you look like Master P. You look like Master P, dog. How many times you done heard that in your life?
My whole life. Ever since Master P said Ice Cream Man.
P ain't here.
People been saying, ever since, hello, my P to P, P ain't here. But tell them, DSG beat them down south Georgia boys said, since everybody think they soldiers. Oh my.
They soldiers. What's up? Let's go to war.
Oh my God, that's what happened.
That might be one of the hardest.
Let's go to war.
Hey. Bro, that might be one of the hardest diss track. That's a down south diss track. I know everybody like the ether and all that, but that might be one of the hardest diss tracks, dog. And I was a P fan. I'm still a P fan, dog. But boy, when that boy say, since everybody think they soldier, what's up? Let's go to war.
And back then in that day, we also thought that he actually called no limit. We're like, he called no limit. We thought like I was in Georgia when that song was hot. I was in the military in South Carolina. We used to have to drive to Savannah, Georgia to go to the club. And I was in the middle of Georgia when the song hit. One of the and I was making music. One of the most simplest beats. He had to make that beat on a little beat machine. He said it. I brought a beat machine about big as a calculator you would have ever dreamed. He said it in the last verse. The beat was so incomplete, but it worked so perfectly, dog. And that's when I knew that music didn't really have. There's no rules to music. If it works, it works. David Lee Roth, Crazy from the Heat.
Yeah, man. That thing was so. That was since everybody think they soldier. What's up? Let's go to war.
It was recorded all. He sounded like 3 different people on the song. You thought it was 3 different dudes on the song for a month. I brought a beat machine, my big as a calculator. Yeah, man, but it worked, dog. It worked.
Yeah, it was a high song. Go ahead, talk to me.
I don't see how Donald Trump gonna skip on jail time. But Pat Mahomes Sr. facing 10 years. I don't see how.
I don't get 10 years. What?
Pat Mahomes Sr. is facing 10 years in prison after felony DWI indictment, his 3rd offense. I don't see how, dog.
Big bank take little bank. That's what it's all about, dog.
There's no way this man go to jail for 10 years and his son is on top of the NFL and Trump around here playing with people's lives, getting DEA, DAs kicked off the cage. I don't see how, dog.
I don't see how you get 10 years. And here's what's funny. You want to get real deep? How you get 10 years in the government, the one got money off all that liquor you bought? Think about it. A dude told me one time, how y'all gonna give me a DUI and y'all got a parking lot at the bar?
Right.
It's 10 grand.
That's deep. Well, that's deep, boy. Hey.
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. Dog, you remember Prime? Dog, do you remember Prime? What was that thing over there on the beach off 163rd? Prime, not Prime 112. No,
Prime
not the restaurant. It was a club. Miami Prime, something like that.
Miami Prime, yeah.
Bro, the police used to sit right on 163rd Street around the corner, lined up, waiting for DUIs, dog. Waiting for DUIs. And here's the funny thing. A legal substance costs you 10 grand to get out of for a DUI. Weed, $500 misdemeanor.
Right.
Lose your driver license, everything.
Anything. All of it.
I'm just saying, dog. I don't see how either, dog. He ain't killed nobody, and then has he killed? Or he just getting DUIs.
Just getting DWI, driving while under influence.
You know, get that man 10 years.
Driving while intoxicated. What's the difference?
I don't know, dog. More time, I guess. I don't see how. That's funny though. I want to see this dude get off 91 charge. Hold up. This dude got 3 DUIs in the face. Yo, jacked up Gumby. Listen, hold up. Trump got 91 charges, and this dude got 3 in the face 10 years. I want to see this. I want to see this, boy.
Trump got 91 charges out here laughing, selling high top,
selling Bibles. He's selling Bibles.
He's
selling Trump Bibles.
Man.
Hold up. I got a better. I want y'all to see my face. I don't see how. And I got to get off here. But I don't see how. 391 people. Put 400 up here, man. Let's get the likes up, man. This is big time right here. Get the likes up.
Get the likes up. Come on, baby. Get the likes up, man. Like is free, dog. If you can't hit the like button now, bro, you'll hate it. It's free. Man, ain't gonna hit no like button, man. They be getting all that money off YouTube, man. What we hit like for, man? Only a hater wouldn't hit the like button right now, bro.
Come on.
It's free. Only a hater wouldn't hit the like button now for free. If you need to find it, turn your phone up the straight way. The like button to show up, subscribe, hit subscribe. If you've been watching for an hour and you ain't hit the like button or subscribe for free, then you don't like yourself, dog. You the dude that look in the mirror and be like, and Coach Hayes don't know what he be talking about, and you be in the bathroom by yourself. Like you that dude. You that dude. Man, every time I put a comment up there, they don't even put it on the screen. I ain't hear no like button. You that dude. It's free.
Almost seriously. It's free.
It's free.
It's free. It costs you absolutely nothing. It don't even cost you real time. It ain't like you got to go out and come back in. But I will say this. I got my last piece. I don't see how. I should actually say this for tomorrow, but hey, I'm going to go with it. I don't see how Young Thug still on trial. This dude been on trial, literally sitting in the courtroom for over a year, dog. I ain't never seen nobody court case last this long. And they played Live the Lifestyle in the courtroom. Hey, and they was in there like this. Live this here. They were trying not to bar their head too. Hey, the bailiff in the back, the brother in the back like this.
Hey, he talking to the mother. You saw him tell his mama, stop crying.
Yeah. I ain't never seen nobody been on trial this long. Dog, this man has that been. He been on trial since 2023, dog. We 4 months into 2024. Like he been sitting in a courtroom like this for the longest, dog.
Bro, bro, listen, I noticed it when I was a CEO. One of my trustees walked up to me and I was like, bro, how long have you been in here, man? He was like 10 years in March. This is Dade County Jail. He hasn't been convicted of anything. And I said, when it dawned on me, dog, it dawned on me that he's already served his time.
Right.
Like he got he's already served it. He ain't even went to trial yet. And then that's when I went down the rabbit hole of who created a bond. Like, think about that. Somebody sat somewhere and said, "Hey, listen, you did something pretty bad. You go to jail. But if you got money, you can get out and go home to your kids." Who created that?
Come on, you know who created that? When a rich person got locked up, and he was like, "But remember, I told you I got 200 billion. It ain't nothing I can't do." And the dude be like, "Hey, I'll give y'all 10,000 if y'all let me out. I promise I'll come back to court." They were like, "Damn, you know what? We should do that. We should do that with everybody. We could put their house up, and if they don't come back to court, we take their mama house. And if they don't do this, we can take their house and the car and all that. We can take their 401k and everything else." Listen, you're 100% right, bro. You're 100% right. That stuff right there amazes me, bro. But here's the funny thing. Buddy in jail for 10 years in the county, and all he was jaywalking on Memorial Weekend. That's the sad part about it.
10 years. Now, he had did some serious shit. But they couldn't figure out. They ain't had nothing. Okay, think about this. This should frustrate all y'all before y'all go to sleep. You commit a crime. They don't have anything on you. You're waiting to go to trial. 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027 go by, 28, 30. We in 2032. And they ain't got nothing on you. But you in jail.
And we got super leagues by that time.
They didn't even know. What's the argument? Like, but you're in jail. Like, the trick has been played already. Like what?
Bruh,
By the time he might get some time back. He be like, "Man, all right, credit time served, and we're going to pay him for 5 years. We did 5 years too many."
Dog. You gonna have to take a plea. Their plea is time served, but they still gonna want it on your record. And he gonna be like, "All right, cool."
They gonna be like, "Man, credit time served. He got 5 years credit. Who do you want to give some years to? Which one of your homeboys you want to get out?"
Hey, Street. That boy, the only free man that's institutionalized. He institutionalized. He free, bro. That's crazy.
You bragging on the phone talking about, boy, listen, boy, they ain't got nothing on me, boy. They ain't got nothing on me. That's why it take us so long, homie. You been in there 10 years, homie. Joke's on you. They got to. They got to.
Hey, boy, I'll be home soon, boy. They be like they putting their hand on the glass. Love you. Man, let me get out of here,
Get
man.
on out of here, man.
I got to get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. That's what I was waiting for. Y'all clap it up, man, right there. That's actually what I was waiting for. 400 people in the building, man. Let's go, baby. 402. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate y'all,
Big
man,
time,
so
dog.
much.
Hit the like, but them lights went up.
Y'all. I don't know. I can't tell. This is Hayes Street. We are at Deerfield Beach. Well, beach volleyball may go on at any given time. We may go from bloomers to the strings around here. So with that being said, I'm gonna definitely holler at you. Street. Any last words?
That boy look like Gumby. That boy look
like he just had. That boy like he just had a good time. That boy like he just had a good time.
Like he just left Coach A's mama house. Look at him.
Football mama. I was trying to let it go.
He just left Coach A's mama house. Look at him. That boy have you there.
Footballville mama. Never mind. I can't think of one right now.
Get out of here, dog.
Man, come join us in the anniversary, man. I hit you with the link. But anyway, with all that being said, we up out of here, man. Peace, love, and hair grease. And we'll see y'all in a little bit. We out of here. Peace.
Coach A's mama
every day,
so old, she walk out the mute.